Yeah, I'm always on the move. If you get in my way, you'll catch a 1 and 2. Got a clear view, penthouse vision mood. To the top, I'm gon' pop, you gon' see me soon. I got a vision of winning, living like I'm a millionaire. Got a vision, I'm willing to do anything to get there. Man, I'm driven and building something that people calling rare. Always prepared, I'll teach you when I get there. Taking lessons, it's a blessing. Only happy with progressing. I don't ever second guess it. Know your path, get obsessive. Have a mentor that's aggressive. Teach you things, have objectives. Changing lives from depressive all to something so impressive.
Yeah, we all have things standing in the way of our wildest dreams. You gotta tell them how it be. Move out the way or get buried underneath. I said move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way.
Move, bitch, out my motherfucking way.
Yeah, we all have things standing in the way of our wildest dreams. You gotta tell them how it be. Move out the way or get buried underneath. I said move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way.
Yo, bitch, out my motherfucking way. I get it daily, kid, work so hard I'm off the grid. But you can find me in the zone, getting after it. It takes work, you don't need to be talented. That's for people who are lazy, want it fast and quick. I got goals, they never get old in my soul. I'm on a roll, I'm going all in, never fold. I'm in control, the driver's seat is made of gold. I'll teach you how to do it one day when my story's told.
Yeah, we all have things standing in the way of our wildest dreams. You gotta tell them how it be. Move out the way or get buried underneath. I said move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way.
Move, bitch, out my motherfucking way.
Yeah, we all have things standing in the way of our wildest dreams. You gotta tell them how it be. Move out the way or get buried underneath. I said move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way.
Move, bitch, out my motherfucking way.
Oh, yeah, it's the last day of June. Halfway through the month. Have you done your Christmas shopping yet? Well, I hope so, because there's a couple things that are coming up towards the end of the year, according to all the prophets 400 years ago. Yeah. Good morning, y'all. How you doing? Yeah. YouTube's driving me nuts. Keeps going, tap chat, live chat, tap chat, live chat. I don't know what to do with this. Did we get a solar flare today? I don't know. I'm going to check on it. So good morning, good afternoon, happy brunch time. Yep, it's that time again. All right, let's see. It's the 30th of June, last day of June. Chris is on his way. What a day. It's currently 86 degrees and sunny here in west central Texas. So I don't know how it's going to be there. It was supposed to be getting up to a inch of rain today, but now we got a cold front coming, so it's pushed our tomorrow. We're not gonna get no rain till Thursday now. We're possibly gonna be up to 94 to 98 degrees today, so yeah. So I know other places are gonna be hot. I think Arizona got up to 110 degrees yesterday. Hopefully, y'all are in the shade, staying out of the sun as much as possible. Those UV rays are a killer, along with that dry heat. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, let's see. Lady D ain't here. She must be busy at work. Hey, morning, Zeb. How you doing? I noticed after you did your comment, you went live and cooked breakfast. I didn't get to watch that video either, so I'm gonna have to catch up on that one. Let's see. No, don't want to do that. Alrighty, so how's everybody doing? Did you enjoy your weekend? I believe it's Monday. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the VA. You just finished eating. So I got a few minutes before you start dozing off. Well, I'll go ahead and tell you a story. Here's a story. Put Zeb to bed, because his tummy's full and he's been up all night. Now it's time to read him a bedtime story. Okay. I got some weird buzzing going on. I don't know. I don't hear nothing here, so alrighty. Let's see. I guess the Senate's gotten off their butt, and yet again they're trying to vote on the big, beautiful bill. Yeah, they've done changes and all that other stuff, but yeah. Oh, and y'all heard over the weekend, Scottish has sided with President Trump about birthright citizenship, but guess what? Now there's more challenges to it. You know what? Those people just need to get kicked out of the country. That's all I'm going to say on their side. Hey, Lady D, how you doing? Oh, you got your copy? I'm playing with my screen here. I got a strange noise. Okay, let me go to settings real quick. Let me see. Audio. Do I have echo, cancellation, reduce back noise? Okay. All right. Yeah, I got a fan going because it's freaking hot. It's 87. It's only 11 o'clock, and it's good. Yeah, I did the background noise cut off, so sorry. Thanks for telling me. All right. Now you can hear my voice, and yeah, I'd be able to go to sleep. All right. So I'm glad you all joined us. Sorry I didn't do the morning show, but I got a late night call to go take care of some doggies. Not that I really wanted to, but I'm the only one that could do it. So yeah, they left a surprise, but the owner's going to have to go take care of their own surprise. I already texted them. They're on their way home now, and guess what? Boy, they're going to have fun. As soon as they open that front door, they're going to smell it because it's all in that cage. All right, so let's see. What's going on today? Oh, yeah, before anything else, I want to announce, if you did exactly what I did in Mrs. Zeb's stream this morning, and the secondary string of making breakfast, go check out Zed's place. Just click on his name and go check out his videos. He's got a lot of interesting stuff, good topics, good talk. What was that? What was that steak he cooked the other day? Looked really good too. Yeah. And while we're talking about it, on the other side of the food chain, we got Lady D. She usually cooks the stuff and does some. Let's get the garden going. Oh yeah, you gotta check out those short videos. I was able to catch those while I was taking care of the dogs this morning because they weren't too long. So, but yeah, you'll be interested on what she's growing and how she's doing it. I was really interested because I was looking at it and I saw the thing that she's trying the three ladies technique. And, I had flashbacks of when I was, between high school and college days. And, yeah, I tried the three ladies once and talking about hours later, I was worn out. Different kind of three ladies, but hey, check out Lady D's to see the techniques she used to plant her peppers and her maters and everything else. So, but yeah, I thought of that one on the way home. I don't know what's going on with the freaking internet today. StreamYard's saying I only got one. YouTube is just all over the place. Oh, you weren't sipping coffee? Darn, I missed it. All right. Well, anyway, I kind of glanced real quick at the recalls. I didn't really see it very much. But I'm pretty sure they'll come up. Right, AI? Because AI is always listening. So let's see what else is going on. Scott has been busy all weekend and trying to get it done because end of the month they're supposed to go on break. Man, I wish I had their hours. Let's see, Newsweek's posted about an hour ago that Supreme Court has thrown out several trans rulings. Yeah, so go check out Newsweek to find out what the Supreme Court, which trans, rulings, if you're worrying about it. And of course, this weekend, 38 minutes ago, USA Today stating sniper slaying of Idaho firefighters called a total ambush. Well, it's happened before, it happened again, and it's probably going to happen again, unfortunately. And yeah, and of course, the YouTubers started doing the clickbait thing. Oh no, we got all these freaking sleeper cells. We'll call them Biden's boys. Let's just do that because he's the one that let them all in. And Obama freaking gave Iran all the money to freaking fund them. So, yeah. I'll sit here at my table with my coffee cup. I'll put a sign up. Prove me wrong. Yeah. But hey, that's my speculations, and we'll go from there. ABC News is reporting, I'll go over there real quick, that wolf fire in Southern California explodes to 1,100 acres, prompting evacuations. Well, isn't that surprising? California is burning yet again. Maybe after all these freaking, how many years now? 20 years of them not cleaning up all the brush and everything. Maybe they need to start spending money on that instead of building all these trains to nowhere, spending billions of dollars. And while you're at it, hey, I bring a solution. Federal government just needs to stop giving any type of funding assistance to California till they get their freaking head back up the butt and realize it's not what the people want. I want to see, IRS do a freaking audit of all the politicians in California. We'll see who's been getting all the payouts. Yeah, we'll see quite a few of them go to jail too, I bet. Follows the gambling, man. All right, well, let's see. HowWasYourDay.com is reporting Walmart issues widespread recall as people are told to dispose of items. They don't even want you to return to the store. They just want you to dispose of them. Just reading the clickbait title if they got on there. Was Walmart selling their trash so they didn't have to pay the freaking trash fees? And people actually bought the trash, and now they're being told to throw the trash away so it's out of their pocket. That's how it sounds like to me. I don't know how it sounds like to you. Somebody go read the story and yeah, do it on your stream. Let us know what's going on. Okay, and of course I'm going to go to unbrandednewsworthy.com. This reported 3 days ago, but I'm going to keep hitting on it because we were reporting on it even before the lockdowns. FDA expands warning about rare heart risk in COVID jabs. Now, YouTube, don't get me. I'm just reading the freaking clickbait title. Okay. And everybody needs to go over there, check it out if they question our conspiracies that we've been talking about for years that YouTube was wrong and kept binging us for, are now being told by the FDA we were right. Yeah. Go check out that story. If you didn't believe the conspiracy theories about those shots, yeah. Okay, Newsweek is reporting 2 hours ago multiple cell towers have been sabotaged across NATO nation. What to know? Cell towers, just the cell towers. Wonder what's up with that. Could that be sabotage since they're saying they were sabotaged? Maybe you got sleeper cells in NATO too. Your world may never know. Do your own investigation. Check out Newsweek.com for the full story. Okay, I'm going to stop the news thing there for a minute because I want to check chat. So it isn't only me. Yeah, the internet started being stupid yesterday. I was watching a movie. It was nice. I don't remember. It was an old movie. And it just started spinning. I'm like, what the? Okay. So you said you bought Dollar Tree instant coffee, and I'm shocked. It's actually good. Yeah, you'd be surprised because Lady D, as you know, oh, she's got to go. But yeah, sometimes that generic copy is the same as the expensive copy in the stores. They just pay for their own labels and slap it on with their own jars, and it's basically the same stuff. Hey, no, not a problem. You said you'd be right back. I didn't want to, start talking about recalls or anything, and you weren't here. Me and Zeb will sit here along with the lurkers and talk about the three ladies technique that you used. Maybe we'll figure something out watching that video. Okay, stock market looks like it's doing good, but hey, what do we know? I don't do the stock market anymore. Yeah, there've been reports, and you'll probably see it in USA Today. That supposedly went from that sniper in Idaho that shot the two fighters. They don't know if it was a terrorist attack or they're just a vendetta against one of the people or not. But it was definitely a setup. And they said it could be one person, it could be three, and I believe they found the body of one with the rifle. So the sniper, I think, self-inflicted himself probably. So, but they did talk about a vehicle and then a motorcycle leaving. So, yeah, I don't know. Here's one for the ladies. I gotta mention this one. I don't know where this is at, but I'm thinking it's overseas. Go to Style on Main, styleonmain.com. Their clickbait is entire U.S. fashion empire shuts down over $530 million fraud. All employees have been laid off. Well, this say U.S. fashion, but as you know, we get stuff from all the other countries under child labor or whatever else labor that they use. It's really, really cheap. So I haven't read the story, but yeah, an empire shut down. Which one? Don't know. But all employees are closed. And as you know, when you've been around fashion, they hire a lot of people. Yeah. And of course, Style on Main has another clickbait. There's a Walmart opens dark stores closed to the public in bid to reshape operations. So basically, what they are, there's some stores they shut down and turn them into warehouses, and they're trying to be like Amazon Prime. And you order stuff and they send it out. No pickups, no nothing. It's all delivered. So yeah. What places? No idea. Do I care? No, I don't shop at Walmart. And then just calling it dark stores. Yeah. Do you really want to buy something from a dark store? Think about it. All right. Well, let me look at chat real quick. Then I got my first recall. The cucumbers. Uh-huh. So I thought you put the corn down, but I guess not. Yeah. That Idaho stuff was pretty bad. But, Okay, let me find that recall. Hopefully I didn't lose it. All right, here it is. USA Today is reporting less than an hour ago more than 140,000 pounds of bologna products recalled due to mislabeling. And they're showing a picture of a green label that says bologna, and below it says veal. I'm sorry, but I've never seen green bologna labels for one. I've never seen bologna veal. So, maybe we're just too far in the times down here in the South, or, yeah. So, don't know about that one, but that story is on USA Today. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. Here's a Karen story for you. MoneyWise.com reported yesterday Houston families are outraged after an 18-wheeler knocks down their power lines and the company refuses to pay up. I'm pretty sure there's more to the story than that. And I ain't going to read it because they're showing privileged people in the picture. It's not a inner city freaking neighborhood or anything. So you could kind of tell what. And was the street marked no 18-wheelers? Was there signs about the height of the power lines? Or the power lines too low? There's a lot of legality stuff there. But you know what? It doesn't matter. And trying to blame the company for the 18-wheeler has nothing to do with it. So we have one that does it here. We mark the street, the lines, and all that. And we still get stupid ass bucket truck drivers. And I'm not going to say they're all stupid ass, but we got some stupid ass ones that will still go down that freaking alley and takes out the power grid. Yeah. That happens like once every 3 months. So I understand. But you know what? The power company goes out there and fixes it within an hour or two. So what these people are bitching about, they need to shut the F up and, learn to get a Generac or a generator. What about solar power? You got all that money in those luxury homes? What? You look like a climate alarmist. Why aren't you using solar? Yeah. Let's go there. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm so tired of all these people. I've already gotten the stories that there are going to be no Kings protests this coming weekend during 4th of July. Hey, Rubberneck, how you doing? Good to see you. Glad you're here. And, I'm really getting tired. Hey, Tom, how you doing? Yeah, well, I understand that about the cables and stuff. So, I mean, I personally even put a pole up on my house when they're running my internet. When I used to have broadband, now I just have straight out wireless. But I put a pole up there so when they did the pole, it didn't slope down in the alley, and I kept it at the legal height. So when the trash van came or an 18-wheeler to drive through the alley, it didn't hit my freaking lines. Hey, Bopa Pedro, how you doing? Good to see you, brother. So, yeah, be prepared this weekend for stupidity from the people who want to argue about no kings. So, get all your stuff you can, avoid shopping this weekend, get everything now. You should already have it prepared if you're going to have a barbecue and all that. But I'm also going to make sure you have designated people that aren't going to drink if you have an outdoor barbecue with a large group. Because lately I've been seeing a trend, mainly in the north, but also in Houston and in Dallas. Those outside parties, there's always somebody that wants to freaking bust in. They get turned away and then they come back and start capping people. And you know what I'm talking about. They're not offering baseball caps for the sun. So, yeah, but, it's always good to have a couple of people strapped at a private event, especially if it's large. They're not drinking and know what they're doing to take care of everybody else in case some stupid idiot wants to drive by. Because you just never know. I never have to worry about that because I carry my stuff with me and I don't drink, so except for sweet tea and coffee and water. So yeah, I feel sorry for them. They want to do a drive-by on me because yeah, that's all I got to say. I got more caps than they do, and mine aren't knitted. Yeah, if you get my drift. Exactly, Tom. I was like, the only king we had died a long time ago. His name was Elvis. Some say he's not dead. So are they trying to kill Elvis Presley if he's not dead? Is that what they're protesting? Or are they trying to go after Michael Jackson, who was proclaimed by some as the king of pop? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is Michael Jackson not dead and they're trying to go after him? I think we need to set a day and just freaking everybody go on the street and protest all illegals. Everybody just go out there. If you ain't here, get the flock out. See how they like it. No jobs, no citizen, no job. Bottom line. No benefits, no medical. You want to start a fight? Who's going to take care of you? Because you're not going to be able to use any of the freaking medical facilities. I'm not instituting violence or anything else, but if we got the trillion freaking people that we got there against illegal immigration and hit the streets, there'd be people that are trying to escape, start attacking. Yeah, you know it. But anyway, I got off beat, so I apologize on my part. But be careful any large events you're going to this weekend, especially during fireworks, because unless you really are been around firearms for a long time, some people just don't know that it's a firework going off versus, a ball cap being projected, as I will say. Thanks, YouTube, for really messing up our words. But yeah. So let's see what else. Yeah. A lot of big cases here in Texas are being solved. They're finding bodies anywhere and everywhere, which is good. They're probably solving these unsolved cases taking years. We just had one locally that a young man was missing for 30 days. They turned around and found him. He left a bar. Not saying that, he'd been partaking in the wild events in the bar, but he left a bar and then never made it home. And they ended up finding his vehicle and him in the lake, the many lakes we have here. So, is this suspicious? Possibly not. Just depends on Roddy. He went from the bar trying to make it home. But just another reason. If you see a lake, turn around, don't drown. Just like they say, when it's raining and you can't tell how deep the water is and a little water crossing. Same thing. You're drunk, don't drive. Because if you see water, you're not going to turn around, and guess what? You will drown. Hey, Life of Bobby, how you doing? Oh, Pedro. Now, we always had bottle rocket wars, but we never did them inside the house. We didn't want to live in a tent while they rebuilt our house. That's why we did it all outside. Yeah, make sure you get good cameras. Get the ones that they don't have to light up. I mean, a lot of people I've seen lately been buying the ones that light up, put a spotlight to the camera. Just get the cameras. Pay the extra $50, $80. Get the infrared. They want to walk up on your dark house and they don't know there's a camera there. More power to them. The dumbasses didn't case the house for one the right way. I got cameras all over my place. I got cameras in places they don't even know. I got some in the trees. Yeah. Am I paranoid? Nope. It's just go somewhere else. It's just try to alleviate because the sucker try to do that TikTok trend, kick my door in. Well, they're going to get a lot more than rock salt going through that door. That's all I got to say. Well, Bobby, I don't know. You're the only one that can know legally if you can have a pew pew or not. But there are alternatives. There's other things that have projectiles and crossbow. I got a little hand pistol crossbow, and I got the big bows here. As backup's going to run out of projectiles, but I don't think I'm going to run out of projectiles. And I haven't made a trip yet. Rumor has it the last couple of weeks that the prices for projectiles have been dropping on certain ones. And if that's true, I guess I could get off my butt and look on the internet because then I'd be able to go back to buying the canisters of projectiles and just have them shipped to the house. And just remember, I feared for my life. And the only reason I have mental issues, Your Honor, is because that sucker was stalking me. Yeah. Yeah. I've been fearing for my life all this time. I said, yep. Unfortunately, well, I won't say unfortunately, one of my sons does have the blow door thing. So, and it's funny because he did put labels on there. Lips on this side, not that side. Pointy the other way. He's got little stickers on there, and that sucker's like a 6-7 foot long freaking rod too. So it's no joke. Now, speaking of projectiles, supposedly I've seen on the internet, I don't know how true it is or not, but I guess the 5.56 projectiles are not the wanted choice by the U.S. military now. So, and I did see a story where supposedly they have I don't know if it was a Navy or an Army base. I believe it was a Navy base. It shut down, and now they're reconstructing it to make it into a projectile plant to make mass projectiles. See, right there and then, you should have had a taser. You could have just right on his you know, two brothers, and yeah, he might have, you might have fried like a little bit of his two brothers, but and that's through pants and all that. But yeah, I guarantee he'd never forget you. I would suggest having, um, I would suggest having pepper spray too, but just make sure you only use that indoors, and you prefer to get some goggles and put them on before you spray everybody else. And even with goggles, that stuff goes in your nose. Oh man, you don't want to have any nose or mouth either. So yeah, yep. There you go. Vote for Pedro. I'll even highlight that one because well, I've looked at it in there this past weekend. Because I've been looking at Amazon, seeing many things going down. A lot of prices have been going up, but me personally, if I'm gonna have to spray somebody with some kind of liquid, I want the big bear cans. I want the bear spray. That big old canister. They'll think it's a fire extinguisher initially till it hits them. And if they bring a bear down, just imagine what it's going to do to anybody freaking trying to break in your house. Yeah, Lady D, I was looking at their stuff too. I didn't really see anything on the Prime days either. So just checking out chat, chilling. Okay, according to Newsweek, they just posted less than an hour ago. FBI says it's uncovered largest medical fraud in U.S. history. Wait a minute. Is the FBI listening to us freaking preppers and non-conspiracy theorists? It's like we've been freaking saying this shit for the longest time. I wonder how many politicians are in their investigation list. Yeah. Hey, look, and Washington Post is just putting it in there too. Inside Operation Gold Rush, largest healthcare fraud bust in U.S. history. So yeah, check out Newsweek's story and then go read the Washington Post. I believe there's a connection. And how many of y'all stop eating at Subways but decided to go to Jersey Mike's? Now we got all the freaking places here, but I really don't go to them. I mean, yeah. Check out mash.com. They got a video. And how their clickbait is what you should know before eating at Jersey Mike's. Dun, dun, dun. Do they buy their stuff from Chipotle? I still won't eat at Chipotle. I went in Chipotle's once because my daughter-in-law wanted to buy something there, and I bought a sweet tea. Wasn't so sweet, and yeah. So, I'm just finding out right now. Newsweek's posted Home Depot is responding to a nationwide boycott. Why are they boycotting Home Depot? Because ICE is busting all the illegals in the parking lot? Well, good for them if that's it. I ain't going to boycott Home Depot. They got better prices and better quality equipment, at least here compared to Lowe's and the other place. There's only one place I could find, but they don't have the lumber I need when I need lumber and stuff like that. They got the tools though. It's called what was it? Oh, the Bible Company. It's been around for almost 100 years now. It's family run and owned, and they're pretty good and friendly people. Yeah, their ladies and wives and daughters even can stuff, and you can buy the stuff canned off their shelves, which is pretty awesome. But when it comes to tools and other construction stuff, I still go to Home Depot. Hate me for you want, because you might be a Lowe's lover, but you know what? You'll find out. Before those Lowe's, it was only Home Depot. And I want you to read the story about why they split. And you'll be like, yeah, fuck Lowe's. Excuse my French. Okay, and somebody was picking on me about my dancing technique this weekend. I won't say who and I won't say where, but seems to be that I have a high level of consistency that when I put on my dancing shoes and do a dance, storms come. Well, check out CBS News. They got a video 2 hours ago. Severe storms threatening 4th of July travel plans. It wasn't me. I haven't danced yet, but I did threaten snow. And that person knows who I'm talking about. Enough said. They're still doing updates on the wildfire in California. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, look. Before I go back to chat, I got to say this one. Go check out Timeless Tales. That's Timeless Tales, like Veggie Tales. They just posted this 5 hours ago. Their clickbait story is 2 feet of snow incoming as Northwest faces Arctic blast. Dun, dun, dun. I warned this person pissing me off about my dancing skills and blaming me for everything. And now the Northwest is getting it. And which way does the jet stream take it? Yeah, all the way to the east, baby. Be ready. Get ready to bundle up. But it's summer. Yeah. Told you I'm related to freaking. I have an aunt named Karma. Life's a bitch. Okay. So I'm saying that supporting company that spokesman is a Como. Okay. Hey, Lady D. I mean, Life of Bobby. Just type in Taekwondo on YouTube, and you'll see people doing stuff on them. They got videos on how to do some of the stuff, and you'll have flashbacks when you're watching them. Yeah. Yep, you hit it right there on the nail about Jersey Mike's. But yeah, I walked in with my daughter-in-law to that Jersey Mike's where I got a that sweetened, I think they called it tea drink, and when I walked in, it had a lot of people in there, but none of them were smiling. Some were eating, and the rest had food on their plate, and some were chewing, but nobody was smiling. Barely anybody was talking. Didn't look like they were enjoying their meals. That was a big indicator. It's like, yeah, nah, I don't think so. Nah, I still like them kicking in the gonads. That town says, go to Virginia and dance. We need to start. Well, that's the thing with my powers that I've learned through the years through my ancestors. I don't need to leave the house. I just got to redirect it, mentally focus on where I want it to go, and then I do it. And a couple of days later, bum, bum, bum. Enough said, done enough times online, and then days later, people are bitching. Trust. No, worst comes to worst. You expecting anything like from Bobby? We're steel toe boots. Fake him out like you're going to kick him in the nuts, and when he's protecting his nuts, kick him right in the kneecap, the bottom part of the kneecap. If you break it, he's going to fall down, grab his knee, and then you start pounding on his head. Step on it like a freaking zombie. Yeah. Because once they're down, once you freaking break their kneecap, they ain't standing up, and they're going to be grabbing that thing because that pain, I'm telling you, I've done it, and I can admit there's at least 5 to 7 people walking with a limp for the rest of their lives because they decided to try shit, and they found out. Ladies, you sit down, trust. I'm not wearing a coat right now. Well, if you were wearing a coat, you wouldn't have gotten bit by those mosquitoes while you're doing the 3 ladies, Lady D. I used to joke about I used to be one of those men that stared at goats for the government. But what y'all never figured out, I escaped. And I had an undeclared PhD in astroprojectics. And they still want me. Now, I don't bend spoons and stuff, but, hey. Well, old Lady D, I've told you as long as you've been here for years now, at least 2 to 3 years. 30 minutes before you go out, you got to eat certain grapes. You eat those grapes and you go outside, mosquitoes will leave you alone. It doesn't matter how much you're sweating or anything else. They will leave you alone. And it's the purple grapes. You got to eat those purple grapes. 30 minutes before, gobble up like 10, 15 of them, and you're good. You don't have to eat the whole bunch, but they're so good you'll probably eat it all. But it actually works. And if you don't want that, then have some kimchi. If you eat kimchi and then go outside, the mosquitoes do not like kimchi. They'll jump on you, land, and they'll be like, "Oh hell no!" And next thing you know, they're on your neighbor. Yeah. Hey, Mr. and Miss West Texas Decker, how you doing? Sorry, Mr. Show. I did catch about half your clip you're showing at your local market, your coin shop, the LCS. Sorry, couldn't think of the word. That's a good thing when they come up missing. I did all my training in South Korea, and you know what? It was official, but it was unofficial. So they have no registration of what I learned overseas, which works in my book. Because I was scared, and I just remember watching Chuck Norris, and I did his move, and it worked, Your Honor. Now, just remember, when your hands become deadly, they got to be registered. My hands aren't deadly unless I got projectiles in them. And it's not my fault. I was government trained, so blame the government. Yeah, you got to check out Lady D's garlic spray that she's got. But me, garlic is meant for eating. Those mosquitoes are just gonna have to find something else. Well, that's funny. I always wear my black belt and I'm not registered. Of course, it's a 36, 38 belt, but you know. Yeah, Lady D, I already see it. She's going to be planting grapes and harvesting, and then next thing you know, we're going to see her on OnlyFans stepping on grapes while everybody looks at her freaking toes. Yeah. I joke about OnlyFans, but I don't think anybody's really going to do that. But I don't know. Anybody register with OnlyFans? Is there somebody there crushing grapes with their feet barefoot? Hey, you might have a thing there. You'll make a lot of money, Lady D. Shh. Vote for Pedro. Somebody had to buy that. I went to the estate sale. Those robes are comfortable, especially the belts. Those belts are kinky, you know. The girls, yeah, I got to slip it on their wrist real easy, and it doesn't hurt them. And you tie them down to the bedpost. Oh yeah. Cotton candy grapes. See, I've never had cotton candy grapes. I've seen them once at the store, and I'm like, do they taste like cotton candy? Are they like super sugary? And being diabetic, I avoided it, so that's why I've never tried them. But I have seen them once before. So thanks for mentioning that, Rubber Neck. I see Lady D stomping on the grapes at home, and then she makes cooking wine for her vegetarian meals. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, while somebody is ragging on my dancing skills, complaining what happens. Well, that's I'm doing the. Let me block this. It's probably another freaking advertisement call. Yep. I'm blocking it. Either way, let's see. Okay, now I lost my train of thought because I was trying to see where that number came from. So, needless to say, there's illegals everywhere. If you don't believe that, we had one this weekend. A mother was shot in her apartment while the partner, I would say, they weren't married, but the partner was there. The partner's the one that did the shooting, killed her straight out, and yeah, their 3 or 4-year-old daughter was in the other room at the time. Police showed up. Yeah, of course he's arrested. He's in jail, and he's bitching about his bail, but they set it at $1 million minimum. I don't really think he'll be able to get anything living in an apartment. And guess what? He's illegal. There's another person that could have been saved. But, the only one I have pity for is the child, one way or the other, because hearing the stuff going through that mentally, emotionally, and everything else has to be bad. But the lady, if she knew it was illegal, why are you with an illegal? You don't know their background. You just believe in what they tell you. Yeah. How many stories have we heard of that over the last 30 years? Oh, the guys just lie to us to get what they want. Well, haven't you learned from that yet, ladies? And no, I'm not asking that from the people in chat, but, the stupid ones that, It's Marshmallow. Oh, Marshmallow Man, how you doing? Yep, long time no see. How you doing, brother? You don't want to hear me go up on a scammer call. Yeah. They really pissed me off. You'll hear me say it. I'm going to decapitate their cat and shove the hamster down. And then I'm going to decapitate the dog and shove the cat down. and work all the way down. Yeah, stuff like that. You don't need to hear that. That just put a bad vision of you for the day. And Zed, you're going to be taking a nap. You don't want to be dreaming of anything like that. No, not really, but I use choice words. Yeah, it's funny. I've seen stories in the last month, I think at least two, maybe three, where they're trying to say, oh, military person got apprehended by ICE and got deported. I was like, okay, so was he really military? Yeah, think about it. Just like these congressmen have been arrested and trying to break into, I'm so and so. Yeah, people didn't know who the hell that person was. And, we'll talk about the big stories. But for one, there was an official meeting going on. He wasn't invited. He wasn't in charge. He should have just kept his mouth shut. They probably would have let him stay. And when it was time for questions and answers, they could have raised his hand and see if they would have asked him. But no, they watch the video. He just barges in and starts screaming. For one, you're in a federal building, buddy. And I don't know if I covered this before or not, but I'm pretty sure all 50 states are the same in the territories. You cannot be loud in a federal building. They can get you for disorderly conduct. And then for him claiming that they pushed him down the hallway and threw him down on the ground. I saw they lowered him down to the ground. I would have loved to see his ass get thrown on the ground. I've taken bigger dudes down freaking when I was in the military and having to freaking apprehend people. So hearing these people and watching the video, I'm like, that wasn't shit. So these whiners, they just think they have a privilege. I'm Senator so-and-so. I don't give a fuck. Do you put on your pants different than me? No, you don't. So shut the you-know-what up and color. Excuse my French, but I'm really tired of these politicians that think they got privileges. I'm not talking to anything from the city manager of a city all the way up to freaking a senator or a representative. You ain't special. You got voted in. That doesn't make you a king or queen. Oh, wait. They're the ones that are acting like kings and queens. Oh, maybe we should be protesting them. Yeah. Oh, I speak Korean to them, and that jacks them up because they never have a translator there for Korean. And when they do have one, I think once out of the hundreds of times I've done it, they brought a Korean translator. I started speaking Russian to them. And it really jacked them up at that point because I know they don't got no Russian translators. So that really messed them up. Yep, exactly, Bobby. Now, well, speaking of which, did you hear the story where supposedly a Marine's wife got detained in Hawaii and she's going through the deportation process? Yeah. Well, that's, you want to hear the rest of the story on it? That's because she didn't do her paperwork. They didn't even file the paperwork after they got married. They just automatically, oh, you married me, you're an American citizen. No, that's not how it works, you stupid. Yeah, you need to do the paperwork. You need to follow up. So, I don't expect the Marine to be the smartest tool in the shed. And he's probably busy with all the trading and everything else he has to do. But I put that on the wife. If she knows she needs to do stuff to be there legally, then while she's at home, she should be freaking doing that stuff. Not going on vacation with her mom and then get busted when she comes back to the States to Hawaii. Yeah. She had all that time to go on vacation with her mom where her husband was at work. Think about it. Yeah. Parts of the story y'all don't hear, but then you find out later. Yeah, shocking, huh? She would have spent that week, 2 weeks, a month, however long she was on vacation with her mom, out of the country, doing what she needed to do legally, and spend the money on the lawyer to get everything done. She wouldn't be deported. Oh, but no, that's our fault. That's the taxpayer's fault. So when are we going to start blaming all the illegals for all the diseases that have been coming in and spreading throughout the country? Yeah, I think that's where we need to start to begin with. Don't worry about what ICE is doing. Worry about all these illegals who are bringing shit in here that possibly could kill you or your kids. Think about that. Yeah. Now, I'm not trying to spread hate to these illegals, but they do cause more threats than just one, and we've been saying it for years. And now they don't like it that we don't want to put up with the crap no more. We value our American legal citizens, and we believe they deserve to be living versus whatever reason they think that they did it in their country, they could do it here. And I agree with the ones that say, hey, because you see a lot of stories, a lot of the cities are turning into barrios and third world slums and all that. And if you actually look at it, you go besides, get out of New York City, where they always show the glamour when they keep it clean every day. Go to the slums a couple of streets down and all that. You'll find where the real cities are and how they demolished everything. That's how they lived in their country. And instead of them cleaning up their own country, they decide, let's just go over here and we'll just do it over here. No, sorry. Just like, a certain religion, I believe in freedom, practice your own religion. But when you want to blare the music several times a day, interrupt the peace of the city, no, sorry. You cannot compare that to bells from a church, especially since the bells in the church have been ringing for as long as we've been a country that we fought for, that we built. Not these people that come over here and just want to take over everything. Exactly, Bobby. Yep. See, you get my drift on that. You got to have all the paperwork in line. And it's a pain in the ass because sometimes that paperwork is a lot of money just to file. Unfortunately, some of those systems I've seen, I've been in other countries when you need to file paperwork. You not only have to pay the fees over the table, there's stuff you got to pay under the table to get it processed. So a lot quicker. We'll wait till 6 months and maybe they'll get to it. Yeah. There's a lot of that crap going on. Right, California? Right, Newsom? Yep, enough said. Yeah, it is definitely a pain in the butt. And I agree with Vote for Pedro. And don't explain to them what MOS is. If they were military, they'd know exactly what MOS is. The rest of that information is just for you, but yeah. I did see an announcement from the Secretary of the VA making a statement. They're cleaning up the VA the right way, like they should have done a long time ago. Now that they got a bill passed, that people that F up are not going to move up. They're just going to be bye-bye. Yeah. So they're going to start clearing that up. So all the people that have been messing up and not following the program the proper way are going to get notice. and they ain't getting promoted. Doesn't matter how valuable they believe they are. They're out of there. Oh, wait a minute, Bobby. Maybe they did. They're that special Army Marine Force. That's to keep secret, Called the Boy Scouts. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, those hats don't mean crap to me. Hey, the good thing I like is you can go to the stores on base, where they buy uniforms and stuff. If the clerk always asks for your ID, I mean, you can go through the gate, that's for the ID. They could be, as most bases are now, you walk into buildings, they're checking IDs in the buildings in the military. But when you try to purchase anything that has to do with military clothes and stuff, the clerks are required to check for ID. The person doesn't have the ID, they don't sell the stuff to. They actually, so even the boots, the ribbons, the socks, the underwear, everything. Somebody goes to the clothing store there to buy it. They better have an ID. They ain't getting shit. Yeah, I mean, you go to Army surplus to buy the old stuff. Now, Bo Pedro's ragging on the Blue Angels. What's up with that, Bo Pedro? Thought you supported him because of the Wounded Warrior Project. That's jacked up. I'm calling Bo Pedro out. Dun, dun, dun. I want to see your green card, buddy. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, those veteran hats aren't official military hats, though. That's the whole thing. My dad bought me one, and I have it. I've worn it. Usually when I go outside, do the yard and stuff. But those aren't official veteran hats. I can get an ex-president hat and walk around and wear it. Is everybody going to say, "Oh, Mr. President"? They're going to call me Mr. President. Yeah, didn't think so. I know, Pedro. I'm just messing with you, brother. Come on now. We know you love the Blue Angels, and the Blue Angels love you, and yeah, everybody loves the Wounded Warrior Project. Which reminds me, do you know what day we're having our next Wounded Warrior Project? And I don't want to hear the title of the day. I'm talking about the date and the month, Pedro. What's the day and the month? You got 5 seconds to respond. 4, 3, 2, 1. I caught him off guard because he's probably at work now. But we do have another Wounded Warrior event coming up in the near future. Not so near, but not so far. So, yeah, if you like to do those auctions, stand by and you'll start hearing about them from Bo Pedro and all the awesome people that are going to run the auction in the future. Some places are already collecting the stuff to get ready for it ahead of time. All right, Lady D. Ooh, woohoo! They shipped my Amazon package. When am I going to get it? No idea. I know it's in Dallas. Yeah, exactly. That's our goal. Break that 500K. That was so awesome what y'all broke this past event. And unfortunately, with all the stuff going on in my life, I wasn't able to be there like I was the year before. Plus, it was a little heart wrenching because somebody wasn't there to be able to be there, along with a couple of veterans and all that also that we lost along the way. But hopefully, all the issues and all that will be a whole lot better this next coming one. So remember, these are the dates. I'll even put it up on screen. So start saving. Maybe you can go in there and snipe one of the professional snipers from the silver community. And be a first-time auctioneer. Yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying every paycheck. I'm trying to put some money away to be ready for this one. But then I still gotta get off my butt. So busy with everything else going on lately. It's calming down a little bit, but I still gotta get through July and August. And then I gotta figure out. I mean, yeah, I know some stuff about the internet computers and all that. I mean, I could do certain things that people would be amazed I could do. But I have no idea about Cash App, Venmo, and all these others. And do I need to set up a freaking separate bank account because I don't want to attach anything to my bank account and get a card that way and do it that way? So I don't know. I used to have PayPal, but they closed my account for some reason. I had money in it, and I never got the money. So, yeah. They owed me money, damn it. I don't even know how to set it up, Bobby, so you're ahead of the game on that one for me. I know I get the freaking app and then do whatever, but everything I know about it, you got to attach it to a bank account. And I don't want my primary bank account, so I guess I got to get another account somewhere at a different bank. Oh, which reminds me, last night I got a notice. The first bank in Texas history since 2022 shut down last night. It's a small town, I believe it's south of us, shut down. Luckily, it wasn't the only bank in that small town, but yeah, they shut it down for mismanagement. So be aware if you live in a small town or a semi-small town, I'll say less than 100,000 people, and there's only a few banks. Make sure the bank you're dealing with, check their statistics out. They got more debt than they do cash flow, and you may want to worry about it a little bit. See, and that's why I got to sit there and read all the agreements and all that other stuff. The one time I was going to do it, attached to, I know it was PayPal, another one wanted me to attach a bank account. It's like, no, I'm not attaching my money and then somebody hack in and next thing you know, all my money's gone. No. The less stuff attached to my bank account, the better. And yes, I always do every 2 months I check what the bank is doing, their debt to cash ratio, because as it gets to a certain amount, I'm pulling. And I got a backup bank ready to slide stuff to, but they keep bothering me that I should get this account and that account. It's like, no, not going to do it. Nope. But it'd be nice because if I did have that app now, then I'd be like, hey, I'm sending in. I'd be like Vote for Pedro putting all the chat in. That is so cool. And then, yeah. The last few that I won, let's see, yeah, the last 3 silvers I won were generosity of people putting me in or I won a spot. And then before that, I was trying to just do it anytime I got a free spot and I wanted to give it to somebody else. And I think I soured everybody because Steve Looking for Silver did that to me on somebody else's page. And then I freaking sort of backdoored him. I didn't want to, do the ditty on him, but I wanted him to really have the freaking coin. So I kind of forced his hand, and he had to pick something to take it. So because Steve is so freaking cool, just like Pedro and all the other people in the silver community. But you know what else? Just because you're not in the silver community, you're still cool too, because you're the best social media, and the social media, your family. Yeah. Don't worry, and any of you are black sheeps. And you know how I solved that problem? I'm the only black sheep of this family, damn it. So none of y'all can be black sheeps because I'm in charge of being the black sheep. And I don't mind. That's how my life's been ever since I was born. And I'm used to it. I don't have thick skin. I got petrified skin. Yeah. People say they got thick skin. I got petrified. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I used to be there all the time and had a couple of people that had business accounts I was able to transfer to play. But, yeah, I miss it too in some ways. But I just go visit and try to crack jokes, enjoy, give them the thumbs up, and try to assist them. But I do got to say something, and hopefully this doesn't sour the silver community. But sometimes you got to remember where you came from. No, don't get me wrong. If you're on there 4 or 5 times a freaking week and you say you're going to be on at 10 o'clock every freaking day, well, you ask for to show up on time at least 2 out of the 4 or 5 times a week. Don't be showing up 20, 30 minutes later because you're waiting for more people to show up. That's not how it works. You want a thumbs up, you got to work for it. We're showing up. We're trying to help you monetarily more than one way. And yeah, that's not how you treat, do you go to a movie theater and wait 30 minutes after the previews were played for the movie to start? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. I mean, it's understandable stuff is running behind, the internet's messed up, stuff like that. That's the YouTube world. But got to remember, you say 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock. Start early. Somebody doesn't show up yet. Well, let them show up afterwards. Don't keep the people that are basically the breadwinners for you waiting. That's rude. You ain't got no PhD like a doctor. And that's why the VA doctors don't like me, because I call them out. They're going to make me wait. Oh, yeah. The nurse comes out, calls my name, says, okay, we're going to go to this room. Oh, you hear me all the way down the hall. I ain't going to be waiting no 30 minutes, am I? You better be in here in 5 minutes. Well, I make the announcement, and everybody in the waiting room's like, yeah. You can tell even the freaking 90-year-old vets that are in there. Yeah, I don't want to wait no 30 minutes in another room just to make it look like he's doing his job because you're slacking. I know the doctors that go to the office and, they're not reviewing people's case files before the next one. They're going in there and they're taking a nap, making phone calls, talking about golf tea times and shit. Come on now. Vote for Pedro. You're a dog in sheep's clothing wearing a wolf suit. You figure it out. Yeah, you're just a lamb in a dog suit, in a sheep's clothing, wearing a wolf suit. We figured it out a long time ago, vote for Pedro. I still want to see a green card, damn it. Probably says Costco, doesn't it? No, I'm just messing with you. Well, we love you here, Zed. You're more than welcome. If you ever want to come up, just let me know, and I'll give you the link, and we'll go from there. Just like vote for Pedro. But he's always seems like when I go live, he's at work. So. Yeah, we got a place called the Majestic Theater downtown, and that's all they show is retro showings. And it's awesome to go to the old theater. If you remember Styx, and they had the album cover of Paradise as a place where they did plays and stuff way back when. Yeah, it was. We got a theater that looks just like that. You go in there, it's all fancy and all that, and they show old movies. That's how old y'all are there. That was awesome. And that was just recently, and yeah. Last time I went to the movies, I can't even remember what the movie was, but I had kids there. The movie started, and they just spent their time texting, and they're like 2 seats in front of me, and I freaking told them, turn those fucking phones off before I take them and break them. And one of the kids wanted to smart off to me. Luckily, the manager showed up because the projector guy heard what I said, and he freaking pulled those kids and kicked them out. But their parents are pissed spending that money to freaking buy them, and they wanted a text. But you couldn't see the movie. I mean, they were freaking, come on, put low dim and all that other stuff. One of my sons was with me, and he didn't believe I'd do it. It's like, oh hell yeah, I pay good money for this shit. They don't pay money to freaking interrupt my enjoyment of a movie. I came here for the movie. I didn't come here for freaking not be able to see shit because they're blinding me with their freaking texts. Oh, I can imagine your daughter's face, Pedro. Lady D's like, yeah. Lady D only does it for the snacks. You heard her. Say, you don't believe me? Here it is. I got it in writing. I think I'm done with theaters. I just bought it. I just buy it and watch it at home. I can make all my snacks. Yeah, Lady D's, she's young. She's on that Netflix and chill group. That's why she's got those kids. Yeah. She's watching movies at home, eating her snacks, and things got heated. Next thing you know, she's a mommy. Dun, dun, dun. Just joking, Lady D. We love you, darling. Welcome back. I still want you to come up here one time and explain to us what the three ladies are. I know it's not your era either. And you don't have the personality to be a Netflix and chill. Now, Bobby, on the instant, I don't know. She is actually talking a whole lot more. I really shouldn't pick on her, but she's fun loving and she can give it as well as she can take it. So, no, I could certify. I'm going to start selling cards to say I officially been inspected. I have not been Diddy sized. I'm gonna make one, and yeah, I'm gonna put it up, and that's gonna be my first thing I'm gonna sell on the internet. Cards certifying. So when you go to a bar or something, and somebody's picking you up, it's like, hey, show me your card that you weren't Diddy sized. Well, we'll stop all these TikTok videos, all the women complaining, there's no men at the bars anymore. No, the men got tired of seeing the same hoes showing up all the time. You've been railed through half the city. Why are they going to go to a bar where all the same hoes are there? Yeah. Hey, you got to say it as is. I'm tired of the TikTok crap where all these ladies complaining. Where are the real men at? Where there were women at is the question you need to be answered. They're definitely not on TikTok complaining about men. Drama. It's all clickbait. I like picking on it. So that's why I don't feel offended when I say something rude about it, because half of it isn't even freaking true. They just make it up to freaking try to grab an audience to get a reaction and get the views. So you got to play the game. I refuse to play the game. Take that useless crap off. Come on, TikTok. You may be Chinese owned, but think about it. They don't even let their own people watch the shit. Being there with Peter Sellers, Shirley McGovern. I don't know. It doesn't ring a bell, but I have seen some of Peter Sellers's movies that weren't the Pink Panther. Yeah, I've been trying to teach one of my sons, the single one, should I say, that she's still dealing with his breakup, and sometimes he feels useless. It's like, no, you just need to stop feeling useless and realize your value in life. Once you realize you got more value, then you can recollect on that relationship with that hoe you were with, because she was a hoe. I even called her a hoe in front of her face. There's nothing she would have done. She knew she was caught. And he won't think twice. Then I'll start looking for the real women out there. I mean, you want to run with hoes, run with hoes. If you want value and stability in your life, then you find a real woman. Same thing for women. Same thing. You're either going to get somebody that's going to run you through, or you want something of value. But first, you got to look deep inside yourself and find the value of yourself. I'm going to have to look it up on being there to see. But, oh, what was it? I saw a little clip. It says, never put yourself into the bargain bin, or consider yourself, or you put yourself into the bargain bin, or everybody's going to treat you as you're part of the bargain bin. So you're either going to be, a product from Macy's, or you can be a product from Dollar General. What type of person are you? Are you Dollar General material, or are you Macy's material? And I'm just saying Macy's because I couldn't think of any other freaking more expensive freaking grocery store than Dollar General at the time. Well, Bobby Lucky used to tell people, since Obama did away with the crazy homes, what is normal? What's not normal? Think about it. They need to bring back lobotomies. There's quite a few people that need them. Oh, I'm trying to think of the actress's name. Keira Knightley, I think it is. If you have not watched an old movie of hers when she was younger, when she's first starting out, it wasn't her first movie because she wasn't a teenager. I think she was like 21, 22 when she did this. She did um, Domino. It was a story about the first female bounty hunter. You really got to watch that and really pay attention to how she acts. I mean, I know she's trying to follow because she met the real female bounty hunter named Domino and all that, but she really pulls it off, and it's acting you don't see in any of her other movies. I wish she'd do more movies like that, because that was one awesome. That's like one movie that really freaking hit me, really, 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 really hard. Well, I just did to see a clip of it, and I'd be like, oh, okay, I remember this. I remember watching it. Laughter Bobby says normal is a setting on the washing machine. Maybe it's because I don't use the normal setting on my washing machine. Because the big question is, you're looking at all those settings, and you still think to yourself, well, what is a normal wash? Then you look at your instruction manual. manual, and it has nothing explaining what normal wash is. Remember in the good old days from those, washing machines, you lift up the lid and it explained how to do all your laundry, what to wash in hot, cold, warm, the cycles, when to add your freaking bleach or your softener. You get all these new ones. It doesn't tell you shit. You pull open a little drawer and it says detergent, softener. Okay. Do you need to put softener in everything? I've gotten so that it's gotten to the point where when I buy clothes, I want to know even before I put it on to try it if I like it. What or how do I need to wash it? I avoid a lot of things now just because yeah. I don't want to have 1,800 things that you got to wash in cold and then have 4 things that you have to wash in warm. And then you have nothing washing hot, but hey. Yep, I can honestly say I still have a dryer that's lasting like forever and a day. It's 20 plus something years old. It did break down once, but it's just a heating element. And $7 later, it was fixed and it's still kicking and cranking. Forever next site. Yeah, lots of hand wash. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to get to that point. If I can't hand wash it, then I probably don't want to wear it. Because if the power ever goes out, EMP, CME, any other, and we're out of freaking power for at least 30 days, there's going to be a lot of stinky people or a lot of people wearing freaking their underwear after they switch them inside out several times because they don't know how to hand wash. Think about it. I got my laundry scrubber. I got my tubs. Even got a table. I just got to pull out from the garage. Well, roll out from the garage and place where I'll end up doing my laundry. I got a retractable laundry line if I ever need to use it. But hey, that's just stuff. Think above the box. If I never use them, then guess what? My kids will. And guess what? They all have instructions how to use everything. There's even a manual that I typed up and printed out and put in a thing with my wash tub thing. So they know how to hand wash. Because I really hate to say it, I'm having to teach them, or at least give them the ability to learn by reading. Because I know it's stuff their mom never taught them. And I really hate to say it. In the military, I learned in the military how to do my laundry. And when I got married the first time, I ended up doing the laundry because my first ex didn't know how to do laundry. Hell, it gave her a hard time how to make a grilled cheese sandwich. Yeah. And my second wife, she didn't know how to use a washing machine. And she still didn't know how to wash because her mom did everything for her. And she'd burn water. Enough said. So it's a whole lot less stressful, a whole lot easier to expect to come home, not have somebody here waiting for me to cook because they've been waiting all day because they don't know how to cook. And it takes a lot of load off. It's like, I'll just pick up something, or I'll just DoorDash, or hey, I'll just make it at home when I get home. And I don't have to ask, what do you want to eat? Because I already know on the way home, I know what I'm going to make because that's what I want to eat. Exactly, Pedro. And I don't think it's going to take a year. I don't think most people will be able to last more than 60 days. A lot of them say 30 days, half the populace will be dead. I don't even think it'll take 60 days, half the populace, I believe. The first 30 days, because all the freaking stupid people trying to rob everybody else. And then the stupid people trying to break in a TV store to steal a TV. For what? You ain't got no electricity, you dumbass. And then they get blown away by the shop owner. Yep, see, Lady D's and me doing it. Consciously, subconsciously, she's been doing it. Well, say, Lady D, you were working and also trying to do cooking. I'm talking about somebody that all they had to do was turn the water on, set a timer. I even set a timer when I'm doing water. I did spaghetti last night. I set the timer, wait for the water to boil. I even set it at 10 minutes because I got it down to the point where I know it's going to be boiling by 10 minutes, the perfect temperature. So I can throw the spaghetti in and start cooking. And yeah, the timer reminds me. But the ex, nothing to do, no kids to take care of, no nothing else. Well, it's so important that you're burning water. Yeah, you're good. I can understand if you're busy because you're working, especially since I know what kind of job you do. Yeah, you can get tied up and then the person won't shut up or, can I put you on hold for a minute? I really got to pee. And then you go turn off the water or something. But I know you get customers like that. Just want to talk and talk and talk. Hell, you watch YouTube. Hell, you watch me and I just talk and talk and talk. But I enjoy it because I'm pretty quiet when I'm not on YouTube. I really don't do a lot of talking unless I'm with one of my sons and they're asking questions or wanting to learn something. I'm just checking the news streams real quick, and then I'm going to cut you off and let you do what you need to do because I know some of y'all need to eat lunch. Others need to take naps, and the ones that are already taking naps. And yeah, I don't want to wake those. Hey, here's an interesting one. Let me see if I can get back to it. Stop moving. May have lost it because it was in the streaming thing. Okay. All right, go to Project Nightfall. Project Nightfall. They posted a week ago, but this looks and sounds like it may be an important topic, especially for some of y'all that don't buy all natural fruits and vegetables. Talk about organic, not modified. You just buy whatever's on the thing because it's cheapest or that's all you can afford. So go to projectnightfall.com and read their clickbait, risk of eating modified fruits and veggies. They list it for you. So that might make you go, nah, I'm going organic at this point. Nothing modified. How do you know if it's modified? If it ain't organic, it's most likely modified one way or the other. Ooh, this is coming in from rbcukraine.com. rbcukraine.com. Oil tanker with 1 million barrels explodes after docking in Russian ports. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know if this is on mainstream media or not as of yet, because this is coming out of Ukraine, but yeah. Think about it. Was this planned? Was it an accident? Was it sabotage? We may never know until the investigation is done, if they even investigate. Check it out, rbcukraine.com for the full story. Okay, and this is the first I'm reading it because, I don't watch mainstream media most of the time. ABC News reporting 20 hours ago, an explosion destroys multiple Philadelphia homes, kills 1 person and injures 2. I'm looking at the firefighters throwing water on a I can't even say smoldering because all the flames are out and the smoke's out, mainly. And was there a meth lab in that one of the houses? Hell, those houses are like right up against each other, so they didn't even have their own freaking yards except for the backyard part. Check out abcnews.com. Check out for the explosion story if you want to know more details about it. Okay, and if you're worried about all this clickbait of World War III crap, stuff flying, all the weird stuff going around in the airs and all that, check out backintimetoday.com. Backintimetoday.com. 10 U.S. states with the best odds surviving nuclear fallout and the science behind their safety. Now, I haven't clicked on this one, but I'm just going to use common sense here and go, it ain't the West Coast, because when they fly, if the big one hasn't happened, the big one's probably going to happen at that point. And some of it's falling into the ocean. It ain't the East Coast because you got all those freaking nuclear power plants. Dun, dun, dun. So that just took out 2/3 of the country there. So you figure out what's the safest places. Easiest way to do it is start looking at what states don't have a nuclear power plant, for one, and then start looking at the jet stream. That's the time. Should have a model or kind of a guess of where the jet stream and how it flows during each season. So you know, are you upwind, downwind? Are you safe? Yeah, stuff like that. Things people don't, take for granted and don't put in their minds. But I live where the jet stream's at, where you're probably going to get radiated. Enough said. Okay, and if you haven't heard this one, go to techradar.com. Techradar.com. Microsoft is phasing out passwords soon. Here's why passkeys are replacing them and what to do. Yeah. And if you know most electronics, not all, but computers, laptops, things like that, I'll run on something Microsoft. So if you've gotten used to passwords, get ready to have to switch over to passkeys, or you won't be able to get in wherever you're at. So check out techradar.com to see what's coming and to prepare yourself mentally and possibly emotionally if you're like me and want to throw the phone up against the wall when the stuff doesn't work correctly. And one more safety, and then I'm going to check chat again. Stell on Main, stellonmain.com. U.S. auto giant recalls 60,000 cars nationwide due to a fire risk. Okay, come back to chat real quick. All right, well, Pedro, I hope you enjoyed your break. Thanks for coming, brother. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. You have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the streams. Said, you're watching Weird Al Yankovic, or you listening to Weird Al Yankovic? I used to listen to him. Oh, Life of Bobby. So I'm going to answer, well, when you're alone most of the time, why talk? Well, sometimes I have to talk to myself to get the answer. Because sometimes the connection in my brain's just not there and it needs to hear the verbal. So I'm like, so what's the meaning of life? Nope, not going to tell you unless you talk. All right, brain, tell me what's the meaning of life. And then it tells me the meaning of life. Okay. grilled cheese with fries, either tomato soup or chili. Ooh, yeah. Let's see. Bobby says one time I had a burnt taco shells. Told my ex I was tired and he would have to keep an eye on the time. When he left the apartment, my excuse I was pregnant and tired. Zed says I passed out once with a pumpkin pie in the oven. Almost burnt the house down. It was pretty scary. And Lady D's like, yikes, we all seem to have a potential burn the house down story. Hmm. I don't know, Lady D. You're gonna have to check out that story to see if they get new cars. I doubt it, but you know. Max Headroom, oh yeah. Headroom. Yeah. I don't know. Just scanning everything one last time. Been looking. It's mostly for recall. Ooh. Okay, CBS News reporting a Missouri cereal plant worker dies after getting trapped inside oven. Dun dun dun. Okay, I know prayers for the person and their family. It's not a joking matter, but this just came across my brain, and if I don't say it, then you know they must have been making a new type of cereal to put on the market called Krusty Flakes. I know, bad humor, but hey, I don't know any dad jokes. I'm too young to be a dad. No, I'm just joking. I'm too young to be a grandfather. I still got another. Oh my God, I got 10 more years. I told my kids I didn't want to be a grandfather till I was 70. Oh my God. I guess I'll steal Cher's phrase in her song. If I could turn back time. I guess ABC News reporting they ID'd the individual that was the sniper in the Idaho killings. Go to abcnews.com if you want to know who the person was. Oh, this is something I didn't mention last week. I got to definitely mention it before it gets off my brain again. Now, I've been trying to find this story everywhere else. I found one story. There was a thing where about 15 people off several ships have passed away. And this is in the Bering Strait. Yeah. You know what's at the Bering Strait, right? The deadliest catch. Now, I've been trying to find anything and everything on it. I know the deadliest catch is still on somewhere, but I haven't been able to find it. But I've been trying to see, were they part of the deadliest catch, cruise that they film, or were they just fishermen that were out there? And I haven't been able to find anything on it. So if anybody hears anything, just let me know where you found it, because I'd really like to read more about it. Because, yeah. Okay, this is definitely freaking clickbait because I'm seeing it right now on theatlantic.com. Theatlantic.com. The whole country is starting to look like California. Well, not the political part of California, but I'll tell you the slum part of California with all the illegals. Yeah. I'm not going to click on it because I'll probably get mad and disagree with everything they're saying on there. Sort of a recall. Men's Journal is reporting 1 hour ago. Men's Journal. Popular local bakery shut down due to health violations. What bakery? Where's the local? I have no idea because Men's Journal is statewide. We're stateswide. So you have to check out Men's Journal, see if it affects your area, and find out where the local is. It's a bakery. That kind of gets me worried there because then you know what they make at the bakery. A lot of good treats. What were the violations? Yeah. All right. All right, Zeb. You have a good day, brother. Sleep good. All right, and that's all on the recalls, mostly vehicles and all that. I haven't heard no more about the great cucumber recall. But never fear, Lady D is growing some, so yeah. We just have to wait the proper amount of time and place our orders. Maybe Lady D will be able to supply us some cucumbers and some tomatoes, however you want to pronounce it, and maybe some peppers. I think she had bell peppers too, if I remember correctly. Oh, you're dropping more cucumber seeds. Mm. Well, you need a video of you just talking, explaining why you choose to do 3 ladies instead of your husband. I'm just joking. I'm joking. Don't take me seriously. Come on now. I'm not done with the 3 ladies thing yet. Ooh, sweet bananas too. Ooh. Ooh. But either way, Lady D's got to get back to work, and I guess I need to start doing something. I don't know what. Maybe I'll do laundry. I didn't do laundry all weekend because I did all laundry I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I did it all, finally put it away, and I was a bum. I just wore the same stuff every day, except for the underwear. I did change them out. Remember, when you go out, you got to change your underwear, and I don't mean changing them inside out. Put a fresh pair of underwear on. You never know what's going to happen. You don't want to end up in the hospital, and they got to pull your pants down, and they see soaked underwear. Work is driving you loco. El Pollo Loco? Yeah, I haven't put nothing in the ground yet. And because I'm still trying to clear some of my backyard, Lady D gave me a wonderful idea. I got a section like she does where, I just maintain the dirt. I haven't really grown anything in it, but I've been putting minerals and all that in there. And it's been a couple of years since I've done that. And I'm fighting the weeds now because the weeds wanting to grow in there, and I'm trying to keep them out and bay. And it's between the house and my back patio. And it's about the same size she's got for her videos she's done on hers. So thinking about putting some tomato plants there, jalapeno plants, something to use that for now, and not stress that I'm not going to get stuff in the ground in time. Once I got worried about it, won't get the morning sun. It'll get the light, but I mean the sun comes in from the front of my house because my backyard's in the west. So I mean, hey, it'll still work. Oh, I know they'll still grow. Hell, I had freaking sweet peas growing in a canister in November. I thought they were done. I was just gonna let it freeze and kill them. And here I was harvesting sweet peas in November. I'm like, what the heck? Well, Lady D, just remember, it's always better to do it in the morning before the mosquitoes really come out rather than the evening when the mosquitoes are out. But either way, protect yourself. And the only reason I've been delaying is I've been trying to find my schematics. I did a big old schematic of where my freaking raised beds and all that in the backyard. I've been concentrating on that and my kid's house and all that instead of taking care of my stuff. But hopefully, I start just concentrating on mine, get back there. This last few years, ever since they got out of lockdown, I've been needed more to help them out with stuff, which isn't a bad thing. I don't mind helping the kiddos out, but they know what they got to help out too. Yeah, 5's okay, but when you get towards 8 o'clock, good luck. They're like, nighttime almost time to go down. Let's fill our bellies up. Look, it's Lady D. Free blood. Sort of like the hummingbirds. I never saw no hummingbirds in this place. Still looking. And I took down those cactus plants that I had in the front yard, so I don't get those hummingbirds there no more. But I had to take them down due to the fact that as a welcoming committee, those cactus plants were a welcoming committee to rattlesnakes. And I don't want to go out and check my freaking, mailbox and come across an 8-foot rattlesnake or something. So I made sure I took that all out. Yeah, sometimes it does. Yeah, I saw your toes barefoot gardening in the video. You're trying to hide them, but you couldn't. Hey, look. I was like, look, it's Mrs. Squatch. Just joking. Yeah, most of if it's above ground garden beds, it can be pricey. If it's the ones that are on the ground, I usually put a lot of old wood. And my burn pits, I'll put the charcoal and stuff in there too, and then start throwing in everything else. And if it's the right time of year, like in the fall, I'll get the leaves and throw them in there. So, because, if it's the fall and you ain't going to plant nothing in it, you might as well put leaves in there because they're just going to break down, add the nutrients and stuff to it. And at that point, yeah. By the spring, it's ready to go. It's got food ready to go. But either way, Lady D's got a call. Oh, man, I called. They always come when you least expect it. But I want to appreciate y'all coming out. I want y'all to hydrate, be safe, be weather aware. And most of all, don't be shy. Say hi and chat sometime. You don't have to just lurk. Look, just months ago, Life of Bobby wasn't saying anything, and now she'll come up here and just freaking yappy yap, and she don't talk back. She makes the statement, and we just go, okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yep. I got some that I want to put, but the schematics are right on the ground. But I still want to till the area and then put cardboard down before I start putting the above ground ones on there. Just so I can draw the earthworks. They're the best way to fertilize that ground. And I get too many of them, I can collect them for fishing. Yeah, fishing. Fish. All right, so y'all have a really great day. I'll try to be on tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. Right now I have, well, I don't know. I got a VA thing, a video call at 9 in the morning. And I got one at 3. And I don't know which one's which. So let's just say I'll try for 10 o'clock in the morning. So in case if I do have that 9 o'clock in the morning one, then I'll just switch over to seeing y'all at 10 o'clock in the morning. And if something comes up, then I'll post it on my post, let you know what's going on. Might have to be another high noon, but we'll see. Either way, I will go live tomorrow. I love y'all. Please be safe. Remember, tell your loved ones you love them, even if you're mad at them. If you know what's going to happen in 5 minutes, 24 hours. And if you're married and you're going to do the 3-sister thing, don't neglect your husband. Come on now. A man works hard for his money. He might have left the cake out in the rain, but hey, don't blame him. He's not a baker. Oh yeah, when you're boiling water so you don't burn everything, set a timer. If you got a gas stove, you set it for 4 or 5 on the level. 10 minutes usually gets it boiling. If it's lower, you're just gonna have to figure out the time yourself. Probably about 15 minutes, probably if it's 3 or lower. But 4 or 5, 10 minutes, it's boiling. Be safe. Love y'all. Thanks for coming out. Chowsies, babies.